What an idea, Henry. A cabin in the woods? And you would live there alone, working and writing? About our woods and your experiment in living? A new kind of adventure. On life, I suppose. I see a thaw in you, Henry. Finally, a new dawn. It's a good plan.
Rather than love, than money, than fame, give me truth. I sat at a table where were rich food and wine in abundance, and obsequious attendance, but sincerity and truth were not. And I went away hungry from the inhospitable board.
Dear Mr. Greeley, my brother, Henry Thoreau, has asked me to send you this manuscript of his first book. He says that you have been much interested in his shorter works and may take this as well. The book follows a boat trip taken with our late brother John on the Concord and Merrimack rivers and is a meditation on the cyclical nature of time, true friendship, and the understanding of death. I am certain you will find it worthy. Yours, Sophia Thoreau.
I see young men, my townsmen, whose misfortune it is to have inherited farms, houses, barns, cattle, and farming tools, for these are more easily acquired than got rid of. Better if they had been born in the open pasture and suckled by a wolf, that they might have seen with clearer eyes what field they were called to labor in. Superfluous wealth can buy superfluities only. Money is not required to buy one necessary of the soul.
Happy spring to you, Henry. Surely you must be ready to come home now, having seen a full year at the pond. Though it must be fine this time of year. I never have time to see it myself, but a man must make a living. Dear friend Thoreau, I trust you have not thought me neglectful with regard to your business. It is only today that I have been able to lay my hand on the money due you from Graham. I have made Graham pay you $12, but only send you 10 to account for my expenses, and shall now stand even with you in money. Thoreau, if you will only write 1 or 2 articles in this spirit, but half the length, I can sell them readily. I remain yours, etc., Horace Greeley.
Dear Mr. Thoreau, thank you for the fish specimens you recently sent. Professor Agassiz was highly delighted with them. Some of the species he has seen before, but never in such fresh condition. He would be very interested in the other species you suggested. Should you be able to provide them, we could pay $5 apiece for the mink and fox, and $1 apiece for the mice and hares. 3 white-footed mice, 2 hares, 1 mink, 1 red fox. Sincerely, James Elliott Cabot, Assistant to Dr. Agassiz, Harvard University.
Good day, Henry.
Good morning.
What can...
As the sparrow had its trill, sitting on the hickory before my door, so had I my chuckle or suppressed warble which he might hear out of my nest. Interesting. The forest has never so good a setting, nor is so distinctly beautiful, as when seen from the middle of a small lake amid hills which rise from the water's edge. For the water in which it is reflected not only makes the best foreground in such a case, but, with its winding shore, the most natural and agreeable boundary to it. I have spent many an hour, when I was younger, floating over the pond's surface as the zephyr willed, having paddled my boat to the middle, and lying on my back across the seats in a summer forenoon, dreaming awake, days when idleness was the most attractive and productive industry. One day, I came upon the moldering wreck of a boat, the sides gone, and hardly more than the impression of its flat bottom left amid the rushes, yet its model was sharply defined, as if it were a large decayed pad with its veins. It was as impressive a wreck as one could imagine on the seashore, and had as good a moral. It should not be by their architecture, but why not even by their power of abstract thought, that nations should seek to commemorate themselves? How much more admirable the Bhagavad Gita than all the ruins of the East. There is commonly sufficient space about us. Our horizon is never quite at our elbows. I have sometimes disturbed a fishhawk sitting on a white pine over the water, but I doubt if it is ever profaned by the wind of a gull, like Fairhaven. This further experience also I gained. I said to myself, I will not plant beans and corn with so much industry another summer, but such seeds, if the seed is not lost, as sincerity, truth, simplicity, faith, innocence, and the like, and see if they will not grow in this soil. Let us first be as simple and well as nature ourselves, dispel the clouds which hang over our own brows, and take up a little life into our pores. Do not stay to be an overseer of the poor, but endeavor to become one of the worthies of the world.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Oh, you found my Bhagavad Gita. Good for you, Henry. I wanted to look at that passage about the banyan tree that has its boughs beneath and its roots above. I know you know the one I mean.
Yes, I've read it.
That's good. I had hoped you would, and that it would give you inspiration. I think you might be like the banyan tree, Henry, with its leaves all green and waving hymns which whisper truth. That is, if you keep to your plan and don't waste your days away huckleberrying. Doesn't the Bhagavad Gita say that he who knows the banyan tree knows Veds and all? I've been looking for my Rig Veda, by the way. I was reading it the other day down by the southern shore of the pond. Have you seen it there by any chance?
Yes, I have seen it and can get it for you.
Oh, that's wonderful. When you come back, we can discuss the passage I'm looking for.
I look forward to it. Goodbye for now. And so the seasons went rolling on into summer. Thus was my first year's life in the woods completed, and the second year was similar to it.
Ah, Henry Thoreau, is it then? I hear you finally got your little cabin built out there by the pond. Now, why would a man want to spend all his time alone, I ask you? Give me a good warm house and a hot dinner is what I say.